Welcome to another Top Deck Games video. My name's Grandpa Biff, and I'm here to talk to you about our new Commander League. So, what is Commander? I mean, I've had some people asking me that. Commander is a Magic the Gathering format in which that you have a general who consists of your a legendary creature, and you build a 100-card singleton deck with these colours of your general being at the forefront of your deck construction. You then play games against multiple other players with a life total of 40 points where you try to eliminate your opponents. Hopefully being able to have more of a social game where you're trying to enjoy yourself. That's the basis of Commander. What our Commander League does is take that format, offers you a point scoring system, which I must admit I've taken a lot of that from the Star City Games Commander Versus series, and then uses that in order to try and have an enjoyable experience for everybody. What this video is going to be talking about what the points are. Later videos and subsequent videos will talk about each individual week based on how everybody is going to play and what the themes and restrictions are. So hopefully that'll be really good, and I hope you enjoy it. So we'll start with the basics. Entry is $20, and every player who plays will get some sort of a prize. The winner will get $50 store credit. I know in the images I've put up a Richard and Port, which is worth $50 currently on Star City Games or thereabout, from Macanian Masks. And that's a really cool card, and I think it gets underused anyway, which is one of the reasons why I put it up. In our last league, we had a Demonic Tutor, but realistically, people can get a lot of different prizes. We also have things like unopened buy box promo, not buy box promos, unopened box toppers from Ultimate Masters, if somebody wants to really try their luck. But everybody will get some sort of a prize, because we're all about trying to actually reward customers for playing here. So let's talk about the point scoring. For a start, we'll talk about all the points you can actually get. And the basis of this is that you play in pods of 4 or 3. First place will get 4 points. Second place will get 3 points. Third place will get 2 points. And fourth place will get 1. Pods are generally in 4 or 3. Luke and I will actually make up additional places if required. We don't have any stake in this, and we will still be playing according to the theme. And we're not going to go on easy on people. We want people to enjoy themselves, but at the same time, we're not going to be playing weak pushover decks that it's supposed to be a challenge. So it doesn't matter if you don't have enough people. Luke and I are here to actually provide that extra service. On that note, we've set up our weekly events on a Saturday, and the majority of our Commander players do come in on a Saturday, but I'd like to think that the people playing this are mature enough to be able to set up days for themselves. We have a Discord for this purpose where people can sit there and actually chat. I'll hopefully put a link below as to how to join our Discord. And we're going to try to make sure that we try to do a lot of communication. So if there are any questions people have, feel free to message the store. We're more than happy to help. More points. You get 1 point for dealing first blood to a player in your pod. So if it doesn't matter how you've dealt damage to them, and obviously it can't be yourself. You can't deal damage to yourself with a shock land or something. But if you have a creature swings in, bam, 1 point on the board for you. You also get a point for saving other players. And this is a direct saving, not a indirectly I saved you because I board wiped the turn earlier. It's things like, I'm attacking Luke for lethal. Luke's about to die. I remove that creature. That's worth a point. That's reasonable saving of somebody. Next, this is a Commander League. So theoretically, the idea is we're going to reward you points for it. If you cast your Commander 4 or more times, I did get the number right, 4 or more times in a particular game, you will get yourself a victory point. The idea is that if you're actually managing to, some people will try to abuse it, and you may be able to deck around it. But in general rules, if you're casting your Commander and you'll generally choose your Commander for the right reasons, then we want to reward that. You also get 1 point when we do our deck exchange week. If your deck wins, you still get a victory point, even if you're in the same pod as the person who is playing your deck. The idea is that we're trying to reward people for coming up with good ideas, and we'll talk about more when I do a video on the deck exchange week. But we'll talk a bit more about that then. Now the negative points for essentially if you're doing the wrong thing. And by wrong thing these are rules essentially tending to curve people away from some of the more degenerate things that tend to ruin games. So for the first one, every turn you take past your first extra turn gives you a negative victory point. Last season, or last time we had our league, we had a lot of people bringing in endless turn decks. And you know what? That's boring. If you do that sort of thing and you take extra turn after extra turn after extra turn, then it just ruins the experience for everybody. And the goal is to try to have enjoyment for everybody. So that's what we're trying to do here, and we hope that that's a thing for people. So negative points. Oh, I know you can't time stretch somebody and give them negative points. Okay? Yes, it was creative the first time we're doing it, but look, I've had three other people ask me that. Try not to do it so that you try to wreck other people's enjoyments. And yes, if you time stretch somebody else to give them a negative victory point, that was kind of deemed as a jerk move. So we don't want people to be jerks. All right, second one. The first person you eliminate outside of the first person each turn, so if you eliminate 2 people in a turn, each person past the first gives you a cumulative negative victory point. So -1 for the first person, -2 for the second one, -3. We're trying to stamp out people just going, haha, I played Najeela, and I killed you, and you, and haha, I'm going to get positive points out of this. We're trying to ignore that and get that out of the way. It's not good fun for anybody. Next negative is not casting your general. We're playing commander. Play your commander, at least once, so at least you can say you've done it. Again, stops people building degenerate space things. The light. Somebody's opened their door, but we'll keep going. And lastly, if you search your deck for a card for more than 40 seconds or 30 points after that, then again, that's more negative victory points, and that's going to wreck fun for everybody. So hopefully that won't be a thing that people will be doing too much of, searching your decks. That's all the general things. We have 25 proxies. Gold-bordered cards are allowed to be used so long as you have non-see-through sleeves. Excuse me. And it's very important that every week has that you adhere to the theme of the week. I haven't even considered what the penalty would be if somebody doesn't. And I'll be looking through decks because obviously, one, I'm interested in what the decks are, and I'll generally be posting what the winning decks for the week are, and hopefully get the people in to talk about them if they're interesting. And hopefully there'll be a few interesting decks. And that's it for just the intro to what Commander Clash is and the points. I'm Grandpa Biff, and hope that you're watching this, wherever you're watching this, whenever you're watching this, that you're having a great one. Okay, see you later.